City in NRG Stadium, right next to where the old Astrodome sits, here in Houston, Texas. Glad you could join us, football fans, as we get ready for kickoff. It's Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt up in the booth. And Brock, I want you to take us back down to the field. When you were a player, what are these moments like just before the game begins and you take the field for the first time?
Well, you wish you could hit fast forward. You wish you could just get to this, right? Because you are so ready to go. You've done all your work over the course of the week. And I think this is where it is a little different than maybe my era a couple of decades ago. These guys visualize. These guys self-talk. There is so much mental work being done. They've already played this game in their mind in many ways, and they're just ready to go.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Offense in the hurry up here. 2nd and 15. His first throw is an interception. Picked off by the rookie out of Colorado. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. They'll run here following the penalty. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Offense up to the line fast.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to the well again. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Buda Baker bringing that one to an end.
A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up
Stroud now on 3rd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut my losses and avoid such a negative play.
And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Second and 6 coming up here. They give it to him again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. They'll try and punch it in. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal. They'll hand it to him again. And they'll have to swallow a loss on the play as he's touched down behind the line. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll be right back with more Madden Ultimate Team after this. Second quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Chiefs. Here he is on 3rd and long. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Kansas City. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
That one right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Return starts at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun now, 1st round. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd down.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Another try following the sack. He puts everything behind this one. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Third and long for him here. He's looking deep once again. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Stroud now on 4th down. And it falls incomplete. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a...
It's one of the loudest venues in the National Football League. We're inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, home of the Chiefs. Welcome to the booth, everyone. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, all set for a good one here. Greg, this is one of those interesting things because you talk to both coaches. They've schemed, plotted all week, and the question becomes, who's got the plan that's going to fit against this other team?
Well, that's always the question, and I think if we really got honest responses from some of these play callers in pregame, I think they're not even quite sure. Everyone goes in feeling really good about the week work. They feel really good about where they are from a game plan perspective. But now, can you adjust? Can you find the elements of that game plan that are best suited for having success in this given game? That's the key.
Set. Alert! Alert!
Here's a first carry for their running back, and he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
Here we go, set.
He'll drop to throw. He connects with Gray on that one. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Let's go. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
Now they'll set up to throw. A dive and a catch. Incredible. It's a gain of 19 in the air. First down, KC.
Doesn't it seem like that every time we see a highlight reel catch, they love showing the wide receivers and the running backs, but let's give a little love to the big tight end. I mean, what an athletic play. Understanding that ball was down and away, you've got to lay out to secure it, and not only is he able to get his hands under it and catch it initially, but he's able to survive the ground, and that's a big-time play.
Not a lot on that one. He'll take it down to the 36. Second down and 8. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, KC. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Run now for the rookie out of Georgia. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Zion McCollum there on the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to get 1st down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
They'll send a tight end in motion. And the big back, A.J. Dillon. Still on the move. The speed on display. He's in. A.J. Dillon. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready up. Come on, set. Ready.
Now a give up the middle, and he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go now.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he gets this up to the 42.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession.
Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And the defense has it. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback, extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now a give on the ground. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
Hey, we're 33. Run. What's up?
From the gun, it's Mayfield. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Regular.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
Throwing right, it's taken in. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
King. Pistol. Real. Cut.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Vegas. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll begin here on the ground. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Raiders are out in front. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. I think we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Patterson now to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. A tight end in motion now. On 2nd down, they'll run. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Fighting off defenders here. He'll churn forward and pick up 3. Second and 7. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Third and 6. Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. And he's going to have the Raiders first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, that's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
They'll run on 2nd down. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Have to get this to the 20. Here's third down. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
His kick is perfect. And the Raiders build their cushion to 10. It's... The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming, and the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs. Here we go, check. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Back to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's another Kansas City.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now, 2nd and goal.
70 Lion, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready, ready?
They'll drop to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Patterson now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here's a run going left. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing is Baker. Fires left sideline. That is complete. A gain of 17 yards. First down, Vegas. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. So this one, a win for the visiting Raiders. They knew this would